to St. Nicholas Montessori College Graduation Ceremony 2022. My name is Anne King. I'm the Director of Quality and Academic Affairs for the College, and I'll be your MC for this evening. So before the commencement of the ceremony, can I draw your attention to the fire exits, which are on the side and at the back. Can I ask everybody just please take a moment to see where their nearest exit is? And can I ask that you all please switch off mobile phones, or we understand that occasionally there's an emergency or a reason to keep one on, maybe to turn it on to silent. Thank you. And now if everybody will please stand for the academic procession. Members of the Board of Trustees of St. Nicholas Montessori Society Ireland, by academic staff of the College, by the Chair of the Board of Trustees of St. Nicholas Montessori Society, Paula Glasgow, by Dr. Nicholas Breakwell, Chief Executive of St. Nicholas Montessori College and Society Ireland, by our distinguished guest speaker, Senator Barry Ward, and by Stephen Corkery, who's our Head of Examinations and Registrations. Before the conferring ceremony commences, I call upon Paula Glasgow, who is the Chair of the Board of Trustees of St. Nicholas Montessori Society Ireland, to say a few words of welcome.
Thank you, Anne. Good evening, everybody. You are most... Thank you. And especially to those who have travelled here to be with us, the ladies from Cork that I met earlier, and from further afield. Are there some from Carlow here today? Donegal. So I'd like to welcome all of you here, and special congratulations to those who are receiving their awards this evening. We all who took the Montessori and other courses over the years, we know what is involved in studying for these awards, diplomas and degrees. And we know how grateful we were to our family, to our friends, and to all those who supported us through that endeavour. I well remember in my own family, my husband and I had to take time out from each other at one stage, coming up near the exams. So we congratulate you, and I thank all of the staff here behind who have supported you throughout your years at St. Nicholas. I hope that you will appreciate all that you have, and I'm sure you will as you go forward into your new career. And above all, that you will keep the child at the centre of all you do. That is why we are all here, because we want a better life for citizens in Ireland, and the children are the next generation, and you will be pivotal in the children's lives. So I wish you every success, and congratulations on all your hard work. Delighted to see you all here. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula. Aina Kamula, Aguina Uishla, Kolakaha, agus Raid Kamahan. Cultural, Egon Shot, in the Mrungberg, Dovachthani, Ulimori, Kalashtas, and Nicholas Montessori Aaron. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues and graduates, welcome to this meeting at which awards will be conferred on learners of St. Nicholas Montessori College, Ireland. I call upon Dr. Nicholas Braithwaite, Chief Executive of St. Nicholas Montessori Society Ireland, to confer awards of Quality and Qualifications Ireland on the learners of the college, presented by the college for that purpose.
On behalf of St. Nicholas Montessori College Ireland and Quality and Qualifications Ireland, I hereby confer awards on the learners of St. Nicholas Montessori College Ireland who have achieved the standard determined by QQI for those awards, and I ask that those learners be presented to me so that I may formally present them with their parchment.
I call upon Mike Walsh to present the candidates from the Certificate in Montessori Education for Dementia.
I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed the programme in college and who are worthy of the QQI Award of Certificate in Montessori Education for Dementia, and I request you to present their QQI parchment to them. Lorraine Callally, Simon Daisley, in absentia, Natalie Douglas, in absentia, Melita Cordes-Densar, in absentia, Patricia Mangan.
To present the candidates from the following programs: Certificate in Special Education, Bachelor of Arts in Montessori Education, and Bachelor of Education in Montessori Education.
I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed the programme in the college and who are worthy of the QQI Award in the Certificate of Special Education. And I request you present your QQI parchment to them. Violetta Bernadez, Laura Lee Curtin, in absentia, Rachel Lynch, in absentia, Gillian Mannix, in absentia, Giselle Pinedo Caseo, in absentia. Oh, sorry, too quick.
Yeah, sorry.
I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed the programme in the college and who are worthy of the QQI award of Bachelor of Arts in Montessori Education, and I request you present their QQI parchment to them. Linda Boland, in absentia. I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed the programme in the college and who are worthy of the QQI award of Bachelor of Education in Montessori Education, and I request you present their QQI parchment to them. Hannah Barron, in absentia. Aisling Barry, in absentia. Eva Coyle, in absentia. Emily Mary Egan, in absentia. Lily Farrar. Karen Farrelly, in absentia. Emily Felton. Jamie Heffelfinger. Zoe Holmes. Cleva Kavanagh, in absentia. Carolina Kinga Maxwell, in absentia. Aisling Minogue, in absentia. Quiva Murphy, in absentia. Andrea O'Connor, in absentia. Margaret Quill, in absentia. Kate Jane Sheehan, in absentia. Hilary Travers.
Thank you, Claire. I now call upon Cy Bradnock to present the candidates from the Bachelor of Arts Honours in Montessori Education.
I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed the programme in the college and who are worthy of the QQI award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Montessori Education, and I request you present their QQI parchment to them. Nicole Allen. Sarah Andrews. Valerie Atkinson. Philip Bowes. Aisling Boyne, in absentia. Niamh Brennan, in absentia. Orla Butler. Hayley Connor in absentia, Erin Coyne. Laura Cullen. Emer Cummins. Stephanie Curran. Eva DeNova in absentia, Sinead DeBarra in absentia, Tina Deasy in absentia, Louise Deehan. Deirdre Dowling. Emily Kate Doyle. Lorna Doyle. Karen Dunn in absentia, Aoife Dunn. Emma Farnham. Charlotte Farley in absentia, Marlene Finnegan. Piers Fitzgerald Piggott. Ruth Fitzsimons. Ciara Fogarty in absentia, Eva Fox in absentia, Anna Frame. Kylie Gallagher. Lorna Garrity. Louise Gorman. Denise Gosman in absentia. Anita Braddock in absentia. Maria McInerney. Sorry. 2 seconds. My next one. Oh yeah, okay, got it, sorry. Colleen Graves in absentia, Emma Hand. Gail Hartman. Katie Heppenstall. Emer Hickey. Kelly Hogan. Chloe Johnston in absentia, Leanne Keegan in absentia, Amy Saran Kenny in absentia, Chloe Kenny in absentia, Yuthen Kaur. Michelle Kidd. Afri Kiernan in absentia, Amy Lee. Kathleen Lonergan. Joanne Malone. Jordana Marrero in absentia. Roisin McCarthy. Jade McCarthy in absentia. Emer MacDonald. Claire McGoldrick. Sarah Moraine. Maria McInerney. Lauren McKenna. Inez McManus. Alana McMullen. Rachel Mell. Rhoda Allen. Rhoda Moriarty in absentia. Dylan Mullen. Leanne Mulryan. Rebecca Monroe. Jennifer Nolan. Nicola Nolan. Geraldine Noonan in absentia. Emma O'Brien. Hannah O'Brien in absentia. Emma O'Connell. Rebecca O'Dea. Naomi O'Dolan. Miriam O'Donoghue in absentia. Emer O'Gorman. Amy O'Hanlon. Mandy O'Leary in absentia. Kelly O'Neill in absentia. Nadine O'Neill. Lorraine Peterson in absentia. Fiona Potter in absentia. Chloe Howe. Amelia Power in absentia. Katie Power. Aisling Rafferty in absentia. Sinead Regan. Sarah Ryan. Dana Sheehan in absentia. Katie Sheehan. Nia Smith. Orla Smith. Carmel Smith. Dora Stack. Stacey Stack. Christine Theobald. Lucy Tierney. Abby Tracy. Jacinta Tully. Jenny Villarosa. Lena Ward. Clara Whelan in absentia. Leslie Ann Whelan. Shirley Whelan. And last but not least, Lindsay Wilson.
Thank you, Sinead. I now call upon Mina Walsh to present the candidates from the Higher Diploma in Arts in Early Years Montessori Education.
I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed the programme in the college and who are worthy of the QQI Award for Higher Diploma in Arts in Early Years Montessori Education, and I request you to present their QQI parchment to them. Carissa Berry, in absentia. Myra Carvalho Villanardo. Jamil Carvalho dos Santos. Emily Cleary in absentia. Caitlin Falvey. Paloma Elsa Garvey Abosar. Diana Regina Marcial de Souza in absentia. Claire Malone. Lauren McVilly in absentia. Eve Murphy in absentia. Roisin Elizabeth O'Neill. Maureen Regan in absentia. Shona Toomey in absentia. Lynn Won Yu in absentia.
Mina, I now call upon Dr. Breckville to announce the recipients of the following: Sean Griffin Memorial Award donation and the Student of the Year Awards. Nick, you have knowledge of the Sean Griffin Memorial Award is a donation made in the name of Sean Griffin, who was founder of the special education program here at the college, and it's made every year to a local charity. You ready for the students of the year?
Yes.
The students of the year then. Student of the Year for a certificate in Montessori education for dementia is awarded to Simon Daisby in absentia. Student of the Year certificate in special education is awarded to Rachel Lynch in absentia. Student of the Year for the Bachelor of Education in Montessori Education is awarded to Carolina King and Maxwell in absentia. Student of the Year for Bachelor of Arts Honours in Montessori Education is awarded to Dana Sheehan in absentia. And this year, the Student of the Year for the Higher Diploma in Arts in Early Years Montessori is jointly awarded to Jamil Carvalho dos Santos and Roisin Elizabeth O'Neill.
Thank you, Anne. I can sense a bit of tension in the room after all of that, so maybe we should just give ourselves all a big round of applause before we go. Apologies there for those few little hiccups with the parchments. It's very challenging, as you can see, when there's people in absentia. We try to work out who is actually here and who isn't. It's my great honour now to introduce you to Senator Barry Ward, who is going to address the graduates of 2022. Senator Ward is a member of the Shannon, of course, and is also a practising barrister, but much more important than that, Senator Ward is a former pupil of St Nicholas Montessori School.
Oh.
Senator.
Thank you very much. Can I say what an absolute honour it is to be here, and in the first instance, congratulations to you all. It's wonderful to have embarked on a study, particularly in this area, and to complete it as successfully as you all have. So to both those here and not here, congratulations, and very well done. As Nick said, Dr. Breakfell said, there is a community attached to St Nicholas of which I am delighted to be a member, and you are all now new members as well. I can say that my two sisters are part of that community, and my mother, who also trained as a Montessori teacher, is part of that community as well. So it's wonderful to see so many people here who are part of the St Nicholas community, and it's a word, or it's a term in our house that's synonymous with good times and good memories, the time that we spent at St Nicholas. And as Dr. Breakfell said, I am a former student. I am, in fact, I think, the first student, or certainly in the first class. It wasn't just me. We were the first class, which was not in 1970. I know you wouldn't believe that I could have been the first student looking at me, but 1979, I think, was when I started in Adelaide Street. And I still have friends from that time. There are many of the people who were in my class, and I think I could almost name all of them. There were about a dozen of us in that class under Peggy McClatchy, and many of those people are still friends of mine. We're still in touch. And again, coming back to that idea of community, it's such a binding force, and the time that you spend in school together with people like that. But I think particularly in the context of Montessori education, because it is different to other education, and that the manner in which you have that freedom within the classroom is something I think that means you make friends in the classroom in a way that you mightn't to the same extent in an ordinary school in the same period of time. And in fact, I was last August got married in the Mariners Church in Dunleary, and one of the big connections for me was that when I was in St Nicholas, we played in the grounds of the church just behind the school. So all the way through my life until very recently, I have continued to maintain that connection with St Nicholas. I'm tremendously proud of it, and as I said, it's something that I associate only with good memories. And when I think back to the time that I spent in the classroom there, I know you will have been discussing the prepared environment a great deal over the last while, and I think of things like the pink stairs, and the pink tower and the brown stairs, and those things, they're still there, I presume. Yes. But the learning environment that we had at St Nicholas was a wonderfully fun place to be. We enjoyed ourselves. We were, that collaborative, I'm trying to remember the right, collaborative play, I think is the term that's used. The students in the classroom together, not marshaled into a particular order and told what to do, but to a much greater extent allowed to flourish and do their own thing, which to many people I think sounds like absolute chaos, and yet actually it worked very well. And we had a wonderful time, and we're really happy in that classroom, and I had nothing but fond memories. Peggy McClatchy was my first teacher there. She's unfortunately no longer with us, but I remember many years afterwards her telling me that she was watching one of the students doing the sandpaper letters, which I hope are also still part of it. And the child, before she would do the exercise of tracing out the letters, every time she sat down would put her hair in behind her ear. And Peggy could not work out why this was happening, and then she realised that it was a mannerism of her own that the child was copying. And so she was watching herself in this child who had developed one of her own mannerisms. of putting her hair behind her ear. But that hands-on learning, that collaboration between students, it allows them to do their own thing, to explore things in their own way, and to find their own paths, which I think is really, really important. And I think it does give rise to a different type of education that results in, I think, a different way of thinking in lots of ways. I don't know to what extent where I think differently, I can attribute it to St. Nicholas, but one of the things I was speaking to Dr. Braithwaite outside about was the way I imagine numbers, for example. And I know that I have it in common with my sisters and other people who are in my class at St. Nicholas, that I don't see numbers on a line, for example. We suggested this might be something somebody could research, but I don't know how much is St. Nicholas, but there is, I see them in a kind of like a spiral staircase. So for me, doing mental arithmetic, everything exists in a place. I don't know if that comes from St. Nicholas, but it's in common with other people who went through Montessori. So I do think that Montessori and the values that it promotes, and that putting the child at the centre, but also allowing that child to have the freedom of expression, the freedom of exploration that he or she has, does cause a different thought process and causes children to be open to exploring things in their own way and at their own pace and when they want to, which I think is tremendously important. And I don't know if that's what auto education is or not, but it's something that I'm tremendously grateful for, because I do think it gives you an independence of thought going through the Montessori system that you maybe don't have in a more formal, more traditional classroom setting. But I also know that respect for the child is perhaps the most important tenet of Montessori education. And one of the things that I would say, as I see all you graduates here, is thank you. Because I think it's hugely beneficial to all of us in Ireland that you have taken the time and the decision to become teachers. And all of that entails giving back to those children, to those families, to the communities in which they live. And the roles that you will play in the future will be so important to the future of those children and families, but also to the future of this country. And I hope that you're entering education at a time when there is a blossoming of value for what teachers have to give. And as I said, my mother was a Montessori teacher, my sister is a primary teacher. One of the things she tells me about teaching is that sometimes when parents come into the classroom, she can't look them in the eye because of the things the children have told them about things that happen at home. And so that duty of confidentiality also rests on your shoulders as teachers. But the privilege that it is to be a teacher in that position, the role that you will play, and everybody in this room will remember that teacher, or those teachers. For me it was Peggy McClatchy and a man called Michael Murphy in my school after St. Nicholas. Those teachers who had that key influence on your lives, the person you remember as being a shining light, who maybe opened a door to you in a particular area, or who showed you how to do something, or was just one of those tremendously supportive figures that you look back on with nothing but fondness. And the privilege it is for a teacher to be that person in an individual's life, a future doctor, a future politician, God forbid, lawyer, or whatever it might be, that future citizen, person who's going to play an important role in our society. The impact that you will have on those people is extraordinary and inspiring and awesome, if I can use that word as well. And the potential that lies in this room for developing functional future citizens, people who will contribute to Ireland at whatever level that might be, is extraordinary. And it'll be challenging, because there will be children who are naturally gifted, there will be children who aren't, there will be children who struggle. And perhaps they're the children in whose lives you can have the greatest impact, the children who need that extra help, the children who you can sit down with and inspire. But I know, looking at you and the joy in your faces as you're receiving your certificates and the achievement that you have all made coming here, I know that we can all have faith that you are going to deliver that for our children, for our communities, and for the students that you will teach. So, although I had been asked to speak for over an hour, I do want to conclude by saying, well done, congratulations, thank you, and the very best of luck in all your endeavours in the future.
Thank you, Senator Ward, for those inspiring words. I think it's a testament to the power of Montessori to have you, a Montessori child, and now a Montessori senator, deliver a commencement speech to the next generation of Montessori educators. It feels like a virtuous learning circle has been completed tonight. So thank you very much. Distinguished guests, faculty and staff, trustees, family and friends, can I give us all the opportunity to give a huge round of applause to our 2022 graduates. And graduates, could I ask you all to stand up, please? Everybody, as they move through a programme the likes of which you have just completed, requires support, attention, love, cups of tea, dinner being made for you, kids looking after, and all sorts of other types of support. So this is your opportunity to show your appreciation for those who are here and those who maybe couldn't make it this evening, who have given you that support over the last year and the last years if your programme is a multi-year course. So. Well done. Sit down. Now, you probably know it's a wonderful year to graduate as a Montessori educator, particularly in the early years sector in Ireland. And I'm sure you know all of this anyway, but this year has seen, finally, after many years of lobbying and many years of promises, finally the government has put its money where its mouth is, so to speak, and has made a significant investment in the early years sector. Over 200 million euros has been secured as an investment in the early years sector in the form of the new core funding model for early years providers, which also for the first time this year is providing funding for after-school programs. There's also recently published an employment regulation order which guarantees minimum levels of pay for early years professionals at various different levels. The National Childcare Scheme has been greatly enhanced in its scope, and we can certainly see that in our own schools with the number of parents who are now actively claiming on that scheme. And the Workforce Development Plan, which is it's still in development, this will define roles within the profession at level 6, level 7 and level 8, and it will provide funding for professionals to upskill and continue their professional development so that they can rise up the career ladder in the early years sector. So these are all fantastic initiatives to be applauded, and I really hope it's going to make your passage through your career an easier one. And for those who have qualified today with the BA Honours degree, this is also a great time to begin working in primary schools. You will have seen, I'm sure, recently, well, it never seems to be out of the news, the crisis in primary teacher recruitment and the shortage black spots. The CEO of the Irish Primary Principals Network, the IPPN, Pádraig Clerkin, said last week at their annual conference that there is a crisis. We are at crisis point. The situation is critical in Dublin, Wicklow and Kildare. So happy days for you guys. You should find no problem securing employment in Dublin, Wicklow and Kildare. And he goes on to say that the biggest losers are pupils with special education needs, whose support teachers are being pulled away to take over a mainstream class. And this is, of course, where you will hopefully fit in to the staffing rota in those schools, supporting those children with additional learning needs. For us, as St Nicholas Montessori College, it's within this context of a primary school shortage, it becomes increasingly difficult and very frustrating for us to see the sense in the Department of Education and the Teaching Council's decision some years ago now, it must be 8 or 9 years ago at this stage, to abolish Route 4 entry into the primary school teaching profession. You are BA Honours graduates of 2022, are the penultimate cohort of graduates who will be able to avail of this recognition pathway. This year's current students who are studying with us right now will be the very last cohort. So that the crisis that we're in right now would appear to only be getting worse, and especially for those children who are most in need. The college's response, as you probably know, to the removal of Route 4 recognition is to try and seek professional recognition for a Route 1 B.Ed primary teaching 4-year honours degree, which will be aligned to the requirements for Route 1 in the same way that degrees from St Pat's or Mary I would be. We are some way down that pathway. We've had the programme accredited by QQI actually 3 years ago now, and we are still knocking on the Teaching Council's door trying to have the programme reviewed by them, and we seem to have some agreement that they will review the programme early in 2024, which is still a long way off, but we're keeping at it. In the meantime, it's incumbent upon all of you, our graduates, across all of our programmes, to continue to fly the flag for St Nicholas Montessori College, and to continue supporting your pupils, your colleagues, the elderly in the case of the dementia programme, and society at large in maximising their learning potential through the application of Montessori's philosophy and practice. The college faculty, the trustees and I have no doubt that you will fly that flag with pride and with professionalism. Now, nearly at the end, I'm just going to turn my attention to a few thank yous. Firstly, let me thank again our distinguished guest, Senator Barry Ward. I'd also like to draw your attention to the work of the trustees of the Society. You've heard from Paula Glasgow at the beginning of the ceremony today. Paula is currently the chair of the trustees. We also have Mary Beer-Orst sitting with us up on the stage. And in total there are 8 trustees currently who also serve as board of directors for the company. All of them give up their time and their expertise to provide, for free I might add, to provide the necessary guidance, support and oversight that we as a charity need in order to operate. And the responsibility and the time commitment is by no means insignificant. And so as a small gesture of our appreciation, could we thank our trustees with a round of applause. And here's another opportunity for the graduates to dole out some thanks, this time to our college faculty and staff, led by Anne King as Director of Quality and Academic Affairs. It's been another challenging year in the college in which we have moved our college campus, as you probably know, and unfortunately it came a year too late for you guys, so I really apologise for that. We were hoping to be in time for you guys, but we have finally moved in, and that's caused all sorts of chaos and disruption. But the faculty and staff have soldiered on, and with very little moaning have delivered the teaching and learning to the current students. So I'm sure as graduates you would like to thank the faculty both here and who couldn't be with us tonight with another round of applause. And just one more thank you to a couple of members of our team who deserve a special thank you for organising this graduation event tonight. Organiser-in-Chief Bernie Gilsonen. Bernie has made sure that everybody is here at the right time and in the right place. And thanks also to Steve on IT, who's looked after the live broadcast. And also to the other Steve, or Stephen, who's at the end of the desk there, who is not only head of examinations, but he is also head of stage construction.
Finally, can I just take this opportunity to give you a sneak preview of some upcoming news and events which hopefully you will still be interested in even as graduates and no longer as active students in the college. Firstly, as we continue to develop and build on the college's 50-year history, we're working on some new degree programs. You probably already know that we have a BA Honours in Psychology, which has now been running for a couple of years, and recently we attained professional recognition through the Psychological Society of Ireland for that program. So we have big hopes for that program in the future, and many of the new psychology faculty are here behind me on stage. We've got 2 new programs in development, a BA Honours in Health and Wellbeing, and also a BA Honours in Education, Learning and Development, both of which we hope will be available for September 23. So look out for news on both of those on our website. And regarding events, as I already mentioned, we finally moved into our new college campus. It's on 1213 Cumberland Street, just opposite the FET College, at the other end of Dún Laoghaire from our old college in Century Court. We are planning an official opening of that building on Wednesday, the 1st of February. That's the current plan anyway. You are all invited, so please keep an eye on our social media channels for confirmation of that day and time. And please come along and share a glass of wine with us as we celebrate the new college campus. And have a look around, of course, because you won't have seen it yet. And finally, back in 2020, the Society turned 50. It was our 50th anniversary, and we had planned a large, lavish anniversary gala dinner here in the Royal Marine Hotel. But obviously that was curtailed by COVID. So I'm happy to announce that we have reinvigorated those plans, and it is going to finally go ahead in this very room on Saturday, May the 13th next year. And it would be really wonderful to see some of our most recent graduates come to that gala dinner, and as our most recent graduates celebrate 50 years of Montessori education at the Nicholas Montessori Society. Again, look out on our social media channels and our website for details about that event. That's it. I'm sure you're gasping for a drink at this stage, so let me just finish by saying congratulations to you all again. It's been an honour to have you in our college and to support you in your development as Montessori educators, and I really do hope that you can go out into the profession, either in school, primary school, or wherever you end up, and take the principles that you've learned and apply them in your classroom or your other professional setting. And remember where those principles came from St. Nicholas Montessori College.
Thank you to the Senator Ward and Dr. Bravo. Ian Murna, Agrina Vishna, Colacca, Fox Camaha, Curd Creek Lesh and Grinner Shut, and the Voctany of Renew, Ola Mori Colossus and Nicholas Montessori Aaron. Distinguished guests, ladies, gentlemen, colleagues, and graduates, this concludes the meeting for the purpose of conferring QQI awards on the learners of St. Nicholas Montessori College, Ireland. Thank you all. Just a moment, and we'll follow the academic procession, and following that, each graduating class will be asked to come back into the hall for photographs here on the stage, so perhaps stay within returning distance. Thank you. So please stand for the academic procession.